so glad y'all came back. This will be my third video on my channel.
I'm back and I'm better.
And I'm really excited about doing it. My first two videos got so much support. Like, it was freaking amazing. Like, y'all don't even understand how good you guys made me feel. The love was just, it was just amazing. I can't even really explain. Okay, so this video today will be about, drum roll. That was a short drum roll. It will be about my top 5 nightmare dresses. When I say nightmare dresses, I definitely don't mean nightmare clients. Yes, I have had some nightmare clients, but I am choosing not to speak on them ever again. Ever again. These are about garments that literally almost drove me insane. So these are gonna be my top 5, and I'm gonna go on ahead and get started. Excuse my hairs, my what are these called? They're not baby hairs. They're definitely not baby hairs. This, I don't have enough hair back here for it to go all the way up, so yeah, they're gonna fly, just ignore that. Okay, so right to it, number 5. Number 5 for me would be doing bridesmaids dresses for one of my childhood friends. We grew up together, basically. We went to elementary school, middle school, high school together, and she asked me to do her bridesmaids dresses. Mind you, I was pregnant at the time, but I took it on because I'm like overly ambitious. I ended up literally the day before my baby shower, which was like a week before I went into labor, I was sitting at the table sewing while we were making party favors and stuff. I ended up sewing the last dress because I had to hand sew lace. I ended up sewing the last dress literally the day before I went into labor. It was the most stressful thing, but when I tell you I got them done, and I was so happy that I did, and everybody was happy with them. So that was number 5, not that bad. Now we go on to number 4. Number 4 would be this dress from my website called Ivy Dress. The issue with this dress was, and when I tell people, as a designer, you really have to know how to make do. I could not find this shade of olive green that I needed for anything in the world. The dress had it had the lace, the feathers, the fabric for the train, the main fabric. I couldn't find any that complemented the greens that I had so far. So me and my boyfriend, now my baby daddy, we ended up going to the mall and looking for dresses that I could deconstruct. We went in so many stores in South Lake Mall, and we finally went to, it was the last store, and I tell you no lie, it was the last store we went in. Went in there, and I found a dress, the perfect color, the perfect fabric. It was thick, quality. Found that dress, and I took it home. It was a lot cheaper than my fabric would have been too, and used it as the base of my dress. Never would have known. It stressed me out though looking for it. Number 3. Number 3 would be this dress. I think I call it Selena gown. This dress had a beautiful train. I had never done it before. So first of all, I didn't know what I was doing. It was all these beautiful ruffles. I had to figure out how to do those. I underestimated the fabric. I probably went back to the fabric store like 4 or 5 times. And if you watch my vlog video, the first one, then you know that the fabric store is super far away from me. So I ended up having to keep going back, and I think I ended up getting, I want to say it was between 50 and 80 yards of fabric. So the fabric itself cost me like $300, and at the time I was undercharging so much. I think I possibly profited about $100, and it took me 3 months of work to do it, which was, it was just so stressful. It was so stressful, y'all. And then I didn't know, I'm not gonna tell y'all that because I'm gonna say that for a tutorial, so I'm gonna keep that one. But the dress turned out beautiful. She looked beautiful. It was a success, but when I tell you it drove me crazy, it drove me crazy. Number 2, you guys, gotta do 2. Number 2 would be, I did this dress called my Frozen gown. It's this crystalled out gown. It's just like super blingy all the way down, and it has like these wispy feathers at the bottom. Okay. Oh gosh, I ordered the wrong color feathers. I ordered white feathers because I don't know why I thought she said white, and at the time I was so disorganized, so I wasn't documenting everything that, you know, my clients were saying, so I was kind of going off of my memory. Ordered these white feathers, spent about $150 on the feathers. First of all, I asked her something about the feathers, and she's like, oh no, I wanted silver feathers. And I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. So I'm like, either I order some more feathers, which I honestly at the time I did not have the money to order the feathers because her money had been spent. But it was either I scrape up and order these feathers or I go on ahead and try to dye them. I went to Joann and I got some red. So I'm like, man, this is gonna be easy. I've dyed stuff before. I'm gonna dye these feathers. So I started doing them on my thing, and then I realized I was short. As usual, I always ordered just a little less of what I needed. So I ordered, I think, about 20, 30 more feathers. I ended up having like almost 200 in total, I wanna say. Between 150 and 200. But I got the same dye, mixed it the same, did the salt in the pot with the hot water, stirred it up, dipped my feather real fast, took it out, rinsed it off, let it dry. Well, not let it dry, put it on a towel. And then I hung them all up on my ceiling fan. Y'all can't see that. I don't know why I'm pointing over there. But I hung them up on my ceiling fan to let them dry. Color was fine. They looked like they were going to be good. After hours, now my voice is cracking. What's going on? Somebody give me some tea. Okay. After hours of leaving them on my ceiling fan, there we go, I started to place them on the bottom of the dress. And this girl's prom, let me say this first so it can add to the stress for you right now as I'm telling you this story. The girl's prom was in a week and she did not live here. Although she did end up coming for a fitting, but that's neither here nor there. So I went to place these feathers and they were a different color than the feathers that I already had. So this is when I had to put my designer hat on and like, oh my gosh, what could I do? Because these looked a little more purple and the other ones looked a little more like an icy silver blue kind of. So what I ended up doing was randomly taking feathers out of certain places on the dress and replacing them with these feathers where they would blend in, and then I would put the other feathers somewhere else. So it just ended up being like this big swapping everything out. And I was nervous about her coming to see it because even though it wasn't noticeable, it was noticeable to me because I knew what had happened, obviously. But when she got here, when I tell you she loved it, like, oh my gosh, I was so happy. Nightmare. Finally, number one. Number one would be the time that I decided that I was gonna make coats, men's coats. I ended up going to New York, meeting this guy named, I'm not gonna say his name because I'm gonna include him in the story time on my channel soon because Lord, it's a story. Ugh. Anyway, I'm gonna try to stick to topic and talk about this garment, and I'm gonna leave him out of it. We made an agreement that he would source fabrics because he lived in New York, and he would send them to me and I would make these coats. Now, I had never made coats before, so I ended up having to use another coat to make the fabric for this coat. Sewing it was so stressful because it's like I had to figure it out. I was messing stuff up. This wool was kind of like a felt almost. It was stressful. Like when I tell you I cried, and everybody that knows me knows I'm a crybaby. Like I cry, that's what I do. But I cried. Like every day when I picked this coat back up to try to finish, because it took me so long to finish it. Every day when I would pick it back up, I'd be so confident, like it's a new day, I'm gonna do it. And then halfway through the day, like, maybe I should take a break, then I'm gonna come back to this and I'm gonna figure it out. And then like towards the end of the day, I'm cussing, fussing, crying, I can't do this, I don't wanna do this no more. Like it was stressful, y'all. Coat stressed me out, messed up my machine. I ended up having to get my machine fixed twice because the fuzz or something, and then I guess because I don't have a heavy duty machine, like I just have a regular basic run-of-the-mill go into Joann's, buy this machine, even though I bought it off of eBay, but I have a basic machine. So my machine was like, what in the world are you doing to me? It was jammed, the timing was off, it was going slow, it was just a mess. So I finally got this coat done. Oh wait, let me tell you guys about this fox fur. This fox fur was on the pelt, I want to say, which means the skin and stuff was still on it, I guess. So it was so hard. I had to hand sew it on the hood because it was a hood. It was so hard to do. I ended up having to wrap my finger in tape to like push it because every time I would try to push the needle through, I couldn't even do it with a thimble. Like every time I would try to push it through this fabric, like it would dig into my finger. Sorry for the grossness. Sorry. But yeah, so it would dig into my skin, and I said sorry, and I said it again. I'm sorry again. My bad. But yeah, so it was just stressful, painful. Finally get this coat done, and when it comes time for payment, I don't even get paid. Don't even get paid. That ended up, you know what? I'm gonna stop that one right there. Story time. I can't give you guys too much, but just know that I did all the stressful work and didn't even get paid. I would call that a nightmare. Absolutely a nightmare. So I just want to say thank you guys for watching this video. I just wanted to give you guys insight into how everything is not always peaches and cream. Just because you see a beautiful finished product does not mean that it was not a complete nightmare getting there. I have some really cool ideas for videos. I of course have my tutorials lined up, but I'm coming up with like different like videos like this, like just random topics to talk to you guys about, because I think it's kind of interesting, and I hope you guys do too. If you want to see more videos like this, just let me know and I'll do it, because y'all are my friends now. We got through 2 videos together, so I think we're friends, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. All right, and if you did, like, comment, subscribe. I hear YouTubers say that so fast, and I'm like, oh, you a pro. Like, comment, subscribe, and what's the other one? Like, comment. Oh, I know. Okay, try it again. So if you guys enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe. So if you guys really enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And let me know what you thought. But obviously, if you're liking and commenting and subscribing and sharing, then that's letting me know what you thought. So that whole thing at the end was kind of pointless. Okay, I'm gonna end this now. All right, guys, bye.